Okay, going to have a look at units and scale drawings. This is pretty straightforward. Just for your notes, all I want you to do is take down millimetres to centimetres to metres to kilometres. As you go up, you divide by 10, divide by 100, divide by 1,000, and as you go back, you times. So that's pretty much it for your notebook, because the practice we're going to get on page 101 is enough. So page 101. Write each of the following in ratio form. When you're writing in ratio form, you must have the same units. So ratio form must have same units. So the first one in 5a, 1 centimetre, you put dot dot, to 6 metres. So that's 1 centimetre to 600 centimetres. Part B, 1 centimetre to 1.5 metres. That's 150 centimetres. Part C, 1 centimetre to 30 metres, which is 3,000 centimetres. Part D, 1 centimetre to 3 kilometres. Well, that's 3,000 metres. Now there are 2 knots on to bring it up to centimetres. Part E, 1 centimetre to 0.4 kilometres. 0.4 kilometres is 400 metres. Now there are 2 zeros, put into centimetres. F, 1 centimetre to 12 kilometres into metres, then into centimetres. G, 2 centimetres to 10 metres, put into centimetres. Now, you would be expected to cancel that down, so it's 1 to 500. H, 5 centimetres to 2 metres. You would be expected to cancel that down by 5, 1 to 40. Part I, 3 centimetres to 75 metres, again put that into centimetres, and you would be expected to cancel down. Divide by 3. J, 4 centimetres to 1 kilometre, divide by 4, 1 to 250. K, 2 centimetres to 600 metres, which is 2 more zeros on to put into centimetres, and divide by 2, 1 to 30,000. And L, 5 centimetres to 12 kilometres, again putting that into centimetres, and dividing that by 5, you get 1, 2, 0 divided by 5, gives you 24 and 1, 2, 3, 4 knots. Question 6. You're told the scale is 1 to 10,000. So that means 1 centimetre goes to 10,000 centimetres. That's the same as 1 centimetre going to 100 metres. We'd be easier to work with it like that. Part A, 4 centimetres is going to go to 400 metres. Part B, 12 centimetres is going to go to 1200 metres. Part C, 3.5 centimetres. So 3.5 times 100 goes to 350 metres. Part D, 23 centimetres is going to go to 2300 metres. Part E, 21 millimetres. So 21 millimetres is 2.1 centimetres. So it's 2, using the scale here. So it's 2.1 times 100, 210 metres. And F is in millimetres as well. 5 millimetres is 0.5 centimetres. So 0.5 times 100, 50 metres. Question 7 is a similar one. So you have got 1 to 2 million. So 1 centimetre stands for 2 million centimetres, which is the same as 1, 2, 3, 4 knots in metres. Putting that into kilometres, 20 kilometres. So 1 centimetre equals 20 kilometres. Now I'll just answer the questions now. 3 centimetres is going to be 60 kilometres. Part B, 7 centimetres, 7 times 20, 140 kilometres. Part C, 8.5 centimetres, 8.5 times 20. 8.5 times 20 gives you 170 kilometres. Part D, 11 centimetres, so 11 times 20, 220 kilometres. Part E, we're in millimetres. Put it into centimetres, so it's 2.2 centimetres times by 20 to get it up into kilometres, so it's 44 kilometres. and part F is in millimetres as well. So it's 3.3 centimetres times it by 20 gets you 66 kilometres. Question 8. I'll just answer it on the sheet, it's probably easier. So that is the same as 50,000 centimetres, which is the same as 500 metres, or 0.5 kilometres. You're going to divide by 10,000. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 knots to take off. Take off 2 knots and move it back twice. So 0.08. That's metres, which is the same as 8 centimetres. Always try to give your answer sensibly. So it's 7 times 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's us in centimetres. Putting it into metres. Then putting it into kilometres. 14. 4 kilometres is 4,000 metres. Another 2 knots puts into centimetres. So we're going to divide by 200,000. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knots to come off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knots to come off. 4 divided by 2, 2 centimetres. 2.5 times this gives you 2,500,000, that's centimetres. 2 knots off to get it into metres. 3 knots off to get it into kilometres. Put that into metres, add 3 knots. Put it into centimetres, add 2 more knots. To get it into the scale, you're taking 6 knots off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's just 2 centimetres. 15 times 5 is 75, and 1, 2, 3, 4 knots. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's centimetres. Into metres, it's 7,500 metres. I'll give that as 7.5k. 500 metres, stick 2 knots on, put it into centimetres. I've got to divide it by this. So take 2 knots off. Now I've got 500 divided by 125 to give me an answer of 4 centimetres. So 3.4 times 15,000, 3.4 times 15,000 gives me an answer of 51,000 centimetres. Putting it into metres, 510 metres. And this one, 14.5 times 2,000 gives me 29,000 centimetres. Put it into metres, just divide by 100, 290 metres.